Hey, John. Brand new announcer. Why don't you go have a seat over there? We're going to mosey on over here to the band, and we have a guest conductor tonight who's sitting down, and that's Tony Perkins. You've seen him. You know him well because he sits here and plays with the band so often. But he's tonight's guest conductor because Jim fell ill at the last minute. Do you know what Jim has?
No.
Okay. All right. So I guess everybody else in the band's pretty well stable.
But I heard he moved. I heard he went somewhere or something.
You heard he went somewhere?
Yeah, because you talked to him the night before.
Like where?
I know, but I talked to him last night.
Yeah, I did too. But people can talk when they're sick sometimes.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't talk.
He didn't sound sick. So are you implying that maybe Jim faked it?
No.
Okay, all right, good. You're just clearing yourself. John, what do you have to say, since you're the drummer, and drummers always have something to say?
I'm missing a drum set.
You're missing. Is this the new drum set you said you wanted for Christmas? You just got it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right. So Dad didn't have a lot of money, but what can you do? Anyway, the band sounded good for the first time of the year. Woody sounds good, too. Anyway, this is, of course, our very first show of 1985.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I guess it's a good way to start off. You're the announcer tonight, something you've never done before. We kind of had to go through the ranks for tonight's show because we had, 3 people that couldn't make it tonight that are very important to the show. We first of all got a note this morning that Jim was sick today, so he couldn't make the show. I don't know, I guess he went home sick yesterday, so he's got the flu or something. And, of course, Tom Fischbach, who is usually the announcer, has missed quite a few shows recently because he wrestles, and so he misses Tuesday night, so he's wrestling tonight. And then the all-famous Mike Hatfield. I mean, what do you need to say about Mike? Mike's at home right now watching TV, having a good old time. Now, Mike had a freak accident yesterday in PE. He was, he showed up, yeah. No, more than like that I did today. No, Mike, yesterday in PE, I guess they're doing tumbling. And Mike started showing off. I'm sure there were a bunch of girls watching, and Mike started showing off in front of the girls, tumbling, and he hurt his back.
I wonder how.
Yeah. So he went home yesterday afternoon, and he was immobilized today. And his mom, Mrs. Hatfield, she even stayed home from school today just to take care of him. So we had our direct communication hotline to the Hatfield house today, and from Mr. Woodward's office, and so he couldn't be here. So you're the announcer. How does it feel to be announcer on this show?
Natural.
Natural, huh? Just something you've always wanted to do, and you feel right at home here tonight?
That's right.
Well, that sounds good. Glad you could do it. Maybe you can do it again sometime this year. How's your new year been so far, John?
It's great.
We're a week and a half into the new year. It's been pretty good. I think 85 is going to be a good year.
Oh, I know it will.
Don't you?
84 is overall the rumors.
How was your Christmas? We had our grand Christmas show, and everything's taken down. It's really depressing to be in here, but everything's taken down. How was your Christmas?
Very good. Got a lot of clothes and.
Did you? All those shirts, everybody. How'd the band do? The band get all the shirts they wanted?
Yeah.
What'd you get, Tony? Sweaters. Okay, that's close enough. As long as you had shirts to go underneath them, I think that's fine. Yeah. So, did you make any New Year's resolutions? That's something a lot of people do.
Yeah, but see, a New Year's resolution requires that you do some resolving. I don't know how to resolve anything.
You didn't? So in other words, you wanted to be the same old Jag you were in '84, right? Why? Or as I should say in your case, the same old spaz. I don't know.
Thanks,
Hi, I'm John Feaser. No, I don't know.
So
I'm
what
just
kind of
kidding.
resolutions did you make?
What kind of resolutions did I make? Well, my resolutions aren't really, going to be made public until I make sure that, hey, they can be followed through on, but to graduate, I'm sure.
Pass.
Yeah, they're having fun in the back now. Yeah. We'll get them back in '85. We sure will. Hampton's was loving it back there. So, glad you could make it out here. We don't, we do have one thing to show. This was made now, when I show you this, you're all going to say, gee, Mike Hatfield made this, because he's such the computer expert. But Mike didn't make this. Our very own Mike Fitzpatrick, our chief of security, which you'll see on our new credits, which will begin 2 weeks from tonight. See, when people get sick, these things happen. Anyway, he made this up on his computer, and I think it fits the scene. Why don't you zoom in on that, Eric? This goes back to one day we were having Key Club cleanup day, and Mr. Woodward was out there with his bag, and we started singing "Help Woody Spread the Word." You know, help keep America looking good. Or it was Woody's World. Yeah, help keep Woody's World looking good. So Mike made this on his new Macintosh. And so we made 1,000 copies, and they're going to be distributed around the school, around the town, and etc. So how would you like this copy for your very own? I've got more. You can take that home, pin it up on your wall.
Yeah, I will.
Or you sound really excited about that.
Sure.
So let's see. I guess that's all about check the school box. Nothing in the school box. I don't know what would be. Anyway, I think we should go. I was watching. Do you ever watch David Letterman?
Yeah.
I was telling somebody before the show. I think we should help him in his campaign because I like David Letterman. For the last week, he's been having a campaign to get Dick Clark off TV. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I think we ought to help out with that campaign because let's face it, Dick Clark is on too many shows, right?
That's true.
I mean, like David Letterman says, the rule should be one show per person, right? Two? Do you have two?
I don't. I wasn't
maybe.
referring to me.
Oh, why should the rule be 2 shows per person?
Because it's
Just sounded good. You just want to disagree with me, right? That's all you wanted to do. I know. That's yep.
me out.
You thought your job is just to disagree with the host. Well, you're wrong. The announcer's job is to agree with the host even when he's wrong.
Okay, one show.
All right. Thanks very much. Anyway.
I want my check in the mail tomorrow.
Your check? Your check. Okay. Of course it's rubber, but nothing wrong with that. Anyway, we're going to bring out our first guest tonight. They are, well, what can I say about them but their names? They were on the show, how many times? Maybe twice last year? They were on our very last show last year. Twice, that's right. Adam corrected me. Anyway, they graduated from Washington High School, so they're now in college this year. One of them went to ISU and one U of I. So they're going to come here today, and they're going to kind of tell us what college life was like.
Brother.
So here they are, ladies and gentlemen, a drum roll. Mike Wood and Adam Smith. Hey-o.
You can sit by feet.
Well, guys, welcome back to the show, and there's Fred again. I swear he comes back every time, and I'm going to take him. I always make this promise to myself that I'm going to go out and throw him in the middle of the street, but I've yet to done it. He deserves a hammer. He's Mr. Woodward's only friend. So you should. Yeah, didn't Fred wet on you the last time he was there? I remember that.
Yeah. He went on Eric.
He wet on Eric.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys are back now after a whole semester of college. What's college life like?
Remember, Mom's watching.
Mom's watching and Grandma's watching and.
What's it like?
He wants to be a comedian.
He failed, but what's it like?
People who become AV directors, just they're comedians who failed and lost hair in the process. No, okay, go ahead. What is college like, Mike? Now you're at U of I, and you're at ISU.
No.
You were at ISU
Yeah.
for the semester. So what's college life like?
Well, I got a 2.0. What's that tell you?
Okay, college life was fun for you then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What about you, Mike?
I had a lot of fun. I got 2 B's and 2 C's, so it was...
Well, down at U of I guess that's pretty good, isn't it? You're not really complaining, right?
Not terribly much.
Well, how do you like college overall compared to high school? Do you like it a lot better?
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't have to answer to your...
Teachers.
To anyone, to your
You don't have to
teacher,
answer your AV director.
Your teacher's a lot of fun. Yeah, you don't have to answer your AV director.
Or your Ms. Teven or whatever you have there.
Whoever. The teachers are fun.
Are they?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So you like college
Yeah,
teachers
they
better?
have their own apartments, and they throw parties and stuff in their apartments sometimes.
Do they? Well, Mr. Woodward throws parties at his house. Of course.
Punch.
Yeah.
Punch, huh?
We like the band.
Do you? The
Yeah.
band is vastly improved. You guys
We don't
haven't-
like their name anymore, though.
No, we had an idea about
Yeah, they're
dividing
kind
them into the surgeons and the patients.
So, like I said, so you guys could play doctor, right?
Yeah. Of course.
You guys are still the same.
Yeah.
So, did you have fun? You found college to be pretty fun?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's
Do you have to
different.
study a lot? Do you have to study a lot more than high school?
No.
Mike, did you have to study a lot more?
I didn't break the binding in my math book. Never opened it.
What department are you in down at U of I?
The electrical engineering.
Okay, so isn't that considered one of the toughest colleges down there? Engineering?
It's one of the best. I think it's like ranked second or third in the nation.
So that's fairly good.
Yeah, it's all right, I guess.
All right, so 2 B's and 2 C's. Adam, you went to ISU. What did you major in?
Nothing.
You didn't have a major
Damn it.
selected? Well, what
Not
kind of
really.
classes did you take?
Just basic things that you have to have. for
Such
life.
as?
Like biology and...
English 101, that
No,
kind of...
I didn't take that.
You didn't take English?
I was too intelligent for that.
Mm.
I don't know. Psychology, American government.
Okay, but you haven't yet chosen a major.
No.
What do you plan on doing next semester?
Next semester?
Mhm.
What am I doing? Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
What did he
okay.
say?
I heard what he said.
Finding
but
lots
it's
of
a good
little
thing
girls.
that
12.
Washington didn't.
Yeah.
Emanation.
So, Mike, you're going back to U of I
Yes,
next semester.
ma'am.
What class do you have to take? All classes that have to do with engineering, or
No, I take
Yeah,
math,
they take Latin.
math and chemistry, and I took Latin, which was a big
you took
mistake.
Latin?
Yeah.
Why'd you take Latin?
Because you like to
I
talk to
have
dead
no
people.
idea.
Is that a little editorial reply on your
Yeah, it was a dead language.
Dead language, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't much fun. The last month, I think I was at class twice.
Oh, that's disgusting. Hey,
So,
I went
I
to my
gotta
criminal
see it.
justice class. It was at 8 a.m. Don't ever take an 8 a.m. class.
Why not?
It's at 8 a.m.
Oh, that.
I went to it twice
We
the whole
started
year
at
and got a
8:30
C.
a.m.
Yeah, but you have to.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
in college you can skip
So in college, it's more you have that choice.
Yeah. You don't
so you
have
opt
to go.
sometimes.
No password.
Classes
Yeah,
are
you
like
have to
Sunday
have
school in college. Once you start skipping, you never go back.
Like Sunday school. No, I see. I mean, so you don't have to attend all your classes,
No, most of them don't have an attendance, or none of them have an attendance requirement.
but if you don't go, you're not going to do well in the class, isn't that right?
No,
I mean, aren't the
necessarily.
I
notes
got a
important and all that?
No, like in Latin, we had no notes, and there was no speaking because it's a dead language. So
There's nobody around who still knows how to speak it, right?
Well, can I ask a question? What practical use was that?
it wasn't. It was just 4 hours credit. That was about all.
Wait, maybe the band wants to get on this. They're having a deep conversation over there.
Talking about us? No. That was quite rude. Okay,
Yeah.
just shut up.
They're the freshmen of the band.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
they'll learn. They'll learn.
Fast. Can I put my feet on your table?
No,
No.
we do not allow that this year. How do you like the new furniture? We got a new desk
Nice,
this year. We got.
I like the
it's all
furniture in the dressing
Yeah,
room.
the furniture in the dressing room. We got to take the cameras back there.
We have recline. Yeah, well, we're like I told Mr. Ward. If the show gets a little dead tonight, there's a financial aid meeting going on next door. We might just roll.
They're showing movies.
They're showing movies. Don't say it. There's a financial aid movie
Mr.
going
Woodward
on.
came back and told us specifically no obscenities.
Okay, so you're not.
He didn't say no vulgarities, though.
But you know what he meant. You guys want this show to make it on
Yeah,
the
we
air.
don't want to get shelved.
So what about how's the other college life? Do you guys go to parties a lot? I mean, you can say that.
Oh,
on
no,
TV.
never.
Yeah.
No, you can say that. I mean, don't most college students go to a lot of parties?
Yeah.
Did you find
Yeah.
yourself?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. Sometimes Sunday.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a lot of fun.
You know, like in high school, you think the weekend begins on Friday? Thursday.
The weekend
Sometimes
begins on
Wednesday.
Thursday, ends on Monday.
Sometimes Wednesday.
It's a short work week in college.
It is, more or
College
less.
sounds like fun. Well, didn't you have to study a lot, Mike? How much time did you spend studying?
At the beginning of the semester, about 2 hours a day, and at the end of the semester, none.
Really?
Shade well.
So you really didn't study that hard?
No,
then
I
to
didn't
get
study
grades?
enough. But I had chemistry and Latin and math. But those were my only Those were my only classes. Plus an air science class, which wasn't anything.
There wasn't anything?
No, it was only an hour. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth going to, or
Oh, you mean you didn't get enough credit for it? That it
yeah. I got a B out of it, but it was easy.
So it's kind of like some of the classes around here. You know you can
Something
get
like APS.
Oh no! Wait,
Not
it's
anymore.
APS. No, wait a minute. Yes.
We sat in on that class today.
On what class?
Mrs. Luthie's APS-G.
APSG class.
And what you
I
thought
was
it
impressed with Mrs. Luthie's ability to cope.
Oh no! Wait, no. I think we better stop right here. We'll get into more aspects of your college life.
Don't
both
ever
of you
watch out for foreign teachers in
Yeah.
college.
foreign
Teachers
ones
that do not speak the language. I had a
I've heard
biology
that. I've
lab.
heard that there are college professors who teach college and they can't speak English.
Yeah, I had a biology lab, and I had an Indian and an Iranian teaching it, and I couldn't understand them.
Iranian.
So I never went.
It's not
Iranian.
Iranian.
So you
Is it
just
Iran?
so you just reasoned you'd never go, and that would
Iranian.
you tell mom and dad that.
Yeah, that's what I
just
told
not
Mom.
going to go to class. I couldn't understand the guy. What
Well,
good did it
really,
do?
I had a Vietnamese chem TA who spoke fluent Vietnamese and not a word of English. If you were Vietnamese in the class, you had it made. If you were like most of us, you couldn't understand anything.
So do you think maybe if you went?
Yeah. What? They don't
Hey,
speak well.
the Arab back there. Hey, he wants equal rights. Yeah.
The doctor.
Yeah, our staff doctor.
This is camel
You'll see those in our new credits. 2 weeks from tonight. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, only 2 weeks until the new credits are unveiled. I know. Washington's setting their alarm clocks. 2 weeks until until the new credits are unveiled. So, did both of you stay in dorms?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I stayed in a co-ed dorm.
Do you want to stop there? No.
You better stop there.
Yeah.
Let's put
I
it like
stayed
this.
in one, too.
We had a fire drill Halloween night. And
Yeah.
people came out with sweatpants on backwards and things on inside out and stuff. It was in the middle of the night.
Mike, you can tell them
It was
who
a
set
good
off the
time.
fire alarm.
Boy,
They won't find out down there.
Of course, you realize a copy of this tape
We
is
didn't,
being
we didn't
sent.
do it. We didn't do it.
This is
Some people we
broadcast
know did.
all over the nation.
Oh no.
Yes, we're satellite now. Ever since we hooked onto the Eggemeyer network.
The what?
You never met Mr. Eggemeyer, did you?
No.
Am I
He's the-
supposed to have?
No, he's the man that's in charge of Channel 5. He was in charge last year, but he was a less visible figurehead last year. This year he's come out in the open to, make America known, etc. But he's in charge of this network.
Who
He
wrote
started a
this?
network. Huh?
Who wrote
Could I have
this?
my notes?
Who wrote that? Did you wrote that?
What? Yeah, I wrote that.
How can you read that?
How can I read? Well, it's my own little language, how
Yes.
things like that go. Thank you very much.
Where?
All right, getting back to if I could run the show, we're getting
Why?
back now to
We're older.
to dorm life. We're in dorm life.
Yeah,
right?
oh, okay,
And,
dorm life.
and you say dorm life's most fun when there are fire drills in the middle of the night and you run out with your clothes on backwards.
No, I didn't say I ran out with my clothes
No,
on
we had-
backwards.
we had
Some
our
people we
clothes-
saw ran out with their clothes on
Well,
backwards.
Halloween night generally was fun down there.
Yeah, 15,000 drunk people.
On one street. In a 3-block area.
In a 3-block
Drunk
area.
people are fun.
We played, hey, we went out that night with one of those little goatskin things. Nobody's going to watch this, just shut up. We went out with those goatskin thing. We didn't pay. People were
You
handing
went out
us,
with what?
you know those little
Photo.
goat skins that you put liquid in, like, who's that? Oh, that's the basketball team.
Yeah, the basketball team has arrived. Yeah.
Hope they don't get in my coat back there.
Yeah. Don't touch his coat.
Don't touch my
Two
coat.
trench coats, you can't miss them.
2 trench coats. And they wore clothes underneath.
Oh, you're sick.
No.
No, but like, we didn't have to pay.
Yeah. You should see
People
my,
were just giving us free
Yeah.
alcohol.
my sweet mate, who weighs about 300 pounds.
Oh, he's
this
fat.
great big mountain of a person. He was falling down drunk right before I came back from school. Drunk people are so fun.
Yeah.
Can't you say drunk on the air, Mr. Woodward?
He just did. He's back
he's back
his
to-
censorship procedures. You remember that? You guys were on the last show, weren't you on the last show?
We remember that. We were making fun of
And
it.
he couldn't talk for a week afterwards as he went during
Did you
the
guys
whole
ever
thing.
get in trouble for what I said about PE teachers?
Yeah, just don't say it again. Okay? The PE teachers, it took them a half a year to forgive us, but the PE teachers are, the PE teachers luckily have a nice, good sense of humor. And so
I'm just glad I didn't have to go back to PE.
we're going to get off the subject of PE.
Okay,
what
what
could
do
you
I think
say to maybe our seniors or anybody going to college? What advice would you offer them for going to college?
You first. I'd
Mike?
think of a good one.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking.
Do you need cue cards or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on it.
Mrs. Duran's not here tonight with the cue cards.
Let's see.
Advice
Should I
for
say
college. It
something about
can't be
Jonas?
that rough.
Yeah, say something about Jonas.
Be careful about your roommates. I have this Chicago person of
Dubious
questionable social life.
social well.
I gotta be careful what I say.
I wouldn't say that.
Well,
no.
how do you
Don't say it.
persuasion?
He has weak wrists. Let's say. You gotta be careful about your roommates.
Bleep, bleep. Okay. No. Can you offer any
No.
serious?
Serious advice?
Yeah, be careful with your roommates. If you can, choose your roommates ahead of time. Because
You really think
I made a
that's
mistake not doing that.
So you really think it's a good thing to choose your roommate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then you.
I had a couple of
my
drug
roommate's
things.
from Chicago. And he's a really wealthy person. They're looking for a new house in like the $300,000 range, and he's from the city. He's never been out of the country.
He doesn't know what
then
cows
I'm
are.
from Washington, no boring
Washington.
Washington, and it just doesn't work. We're completely and totally different.
And you don't
We
think
don't
that's good?
fight,
then?
but yeah, I don't know.
You just don't get along that
No,
well.
no, we never do anything together. I laugh at him. He came home His birthday, his frat initiation, and the Cubs won all the same day, and he passed out in the bathroom all night.
That can happen.
Sprawled out there, just enough for my
So-
bathroom for.
Well, guys, I want to really thank you for
I don't
coming
get to
back.
say mine?
Well,
Oh,
say
yeah.
yours.
I just had it. What was it? Oh, don't become a Greek.
Yeah, don't become a frat person.
Okay.
That's my piece
Thanks.
of advice.
Do you have footnotes to go with that documentation, or?
Explanation.
Explanation. You don't want to be in a frat. They're weird.
It's
Really?
organized snobbery.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's worse than the cliques in high school.
And for
So you
you
think it's
girls out there,
cliquish?
don't be in a sorority. And if you are in a sorority,
Do not be a DZ. Because they wear pink,
Pink
and
and green,
green.
and they're stupid.
Okay, well, guys, I really want to thank you for coming, and you
Don't hear
behaved
when I
yourselves.
Don't you hear when I called the DZ house? I talked to this girl for 10 minutes, and I was cutting her down, and she thought it was funny.
And
That's how
they're-
intelligent she is.
Yeah. Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming, and
Nice tie,
we'll
John.
continue this later on. You guys were good.
Where do we actually?
You need
guys
a,
were
you need a
good.
tailor.
You can exit right through
Can we
there.
just walk
and-
towards the cameras and walk out?
No, we don't do that this year.
We don't?
We don't do that this year. We have some band music, some traveling music. Guys, the guys did a good job, and they behaved themselves, and it certainly gives me a lot of optimism about college.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
say that.
definitely.
Anyway, tonight we have. Excuse me. You'll be leaving in a moment.
Yes.
I don't know what. Anyway, tonight we have. I saw. Anyway, tonight we have our special guest tonight. I mean, our last guests were really, really, really special, but now we have really, 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 really special guests.
Right.
We have members of the girls basketball team, and I'm not sure who's all back there, so we're just going to have them come out, and let's have some traveling music. Here they come. It's Danielle. Yeah. And Jennifer. So, this is Jennifer Hoyt, who has been with us before on the famous Hoyt sisters interview, right? And that's Dawn LaFawn there in the middle, right?
Right.
And there's Danielle Herbst on the end, who's giggling, like usual. Gee, this is just like one big French bunch, isn't it?
Unfortunately.
Thanks for coming, guys. They're now leaving. Okay, they'll be back. Now, if I understand it right, you guys just got out of practice?
Right.
Just now? Can I tell? No. What, do people look different after practice?
Yeah.
Or no, you girls look fine. You look fine. How was practice tonight?
All right. Pretty easy.
It was pretty easy.
compared to the usual.
Now the basketball team is doing really well this year, aren't you? Certainly
Okay.
compared
Better
to
than
last
last
year. How you have a new coach, right?
Yeah.
Your coach is
Mr. Martin. Greg Martin.
whatever you want to call him. I know you're worried somebody's going to tell you your boyfriend is, aren't you? Like,
Weird.
so do you think that's the reason the team's better is because of him?
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, that has something to do with it, but there's different people
No.
on the team this year.
Yeah,
A lot. There's only 2 of the same people.
And they were nice people.
We get
The
the
senior.
attitude between the players are a lot better than last year.
We all
Okay, you
pretty
mean the
much
players
like
just
each
didn't
other.
get along
Right.
last
Right.
year? But this
Not at
year
all.
you all get along. Do all three of you
Mostly.
start?
Yeah.
So you're all pretty good. And Jennifer, you're only a sophomore,
Yeah.
and you start. How does it feel to be a sophomore and start on the varsity girls basketball team?
Fine.
So you got
Doesn't
two.
feel anyway.
You've got 2 years ahead of you then, right?
Yeah.
Jennifer, you're not getting excited about this. This is supposed to be the one of the most exciting moments of your life. But it just isn't, is it? I know you're missing Thornbirds. I heard you wanted to see Thornbirds, and you're missing that
know.
tonight. But you are taping at home, aren't you?
No, I forgot. Now that
Oh,
you
that's
mentioned
what
it.
you're mad about. Oh, well, you can go back in the control room in 5 minutes and watch it. Okay. Danielle, how are you doing tonight?
Just fine.
You're just fine.
How does it feel to be a senior and start?
Exactly. How does it feel to be a senior and start?
There's only 2 seniors.
Who's the other one?
Molly Lyons.
So this is the second year you started, or third, or fourth?
Third.
Or third year you started. So you started out as a sophomore just like Jennifer?
I'm not on varsity. I started on JV.
Oh, okay. So this year you start, and I guess you all like playing basketball a lot, and that's why you play, right?
Yeah.
Has something to do with it.
How often do you have practice? Every day?
Mostly. Every once in a while we get like a Sunday off or something. These
That-
dinners.
Compared to the like the boys basketball team, do you practice as much as they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do the same things they do.
What I said wrong. So you do about the same type of practice. Do you have as many games as they do?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
About.
I think
More.
No.
I
So,
don't know.
I-
About the same, I guess.
So they're about the same, but the girls' games are during the week though, which is different than the guys' games, right?
We
Aren't they
have
usually
some
on?
Thursdays mostly.
And we have some on Fridays and Saturdays.
Do you? But
But
you
like
wouldn't
the
have a game on the
ICC.
same night as a boys' basketball
Not
game.
in the
would you?
same
Well-
place at least.
Well, obvious.
Like we have a game Friday at ICC, Friday night.
Okay.
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Somebody,
How
Steve,
close.
check the schedule. They need to know when their next game is. Steve carries around his
Friday.
schedule. Who, by the way, was courteous enough to brief me about girls' basketball. Steve's so knowledgeable in these subjects.
We had the last
Being
Friday.
Yeah, Saturday the 19th is the official word. You girls don't need to quibble about. When is your? Well, you have a game tonight, don't you? Tonight being Thursday night.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love doing this to people. Who are you
we're
playing
at
tonight?
Limestone now.
You're at Limestone now? You're at Metamora now? You're at Metamora now. Okay. Boy, I'm glad we hired Steve as our political/sports consultant because...
When do I get my check?
yeah, your check's in the mail with Adams. Yeah. And John Feasers. So how do you think you're going to do at Morton tonight?
Metamora.
Metamora. Steve, you want this seat? Yeah, Fred could do better. At Metamora, how do you think you're going to do tonight? Metamora's a tough team, aren't they?
Yeah, but Mr. Martin thinks we can do pretty good against them if we shut down the really good player, Jenny Garber.
She scores
She's the
about
only
30
one
points a game.
that we understand scores their points for him.
So they really have one player that stands out more than anyone
Well,
else.
they got two, and she scores about 15 a game or whatever. But
So you think if you can kind of stop her in her tracks that
yeah, we can.
you'll have a pretty good chance?
Well, they just got beat by who? Eureka.
Eureka. They've also
so-
gotten beat by East Peoria, who we beat, I think, over 20
Twice.
points both times we played them.
15 a second.
How many?
We beat them by 15 a second.
Oh, that's close.
How far through is your season?
Not
Very.
even halfway.
Not even halfway through. So what's your record so far in numbers? How many?
4-5.
Hey, all right.
He just came to life. He's ready for a caffeine fix.
We've
So you're-
tied we beat
No,
last
beat.
year's records and tied the 2 years ago their record in wins. They were 4-18 or something so far.
So already you have, and
year
you've only got half the season left. How do you think you're going to do in the second part of the season?
Well,
Better,
we got,
I think.
yeah,
Do you
we
have-
got tougher teams, but we're getting better.
What the teletype just started up. Something in off the wire? Something in just off the Egemeyer Network wire services. Somebody stole Fred. I don't know what happened, but, I couldn't be sorry. Now, does glass break when I do this? Okay. This isn't quite David Letterman. Do you have you mentioned how on their team they have one person that's really good. Do you have anybody on your team that's particularly stands out, or is it more a teamwork type of team?
More
Most teamwork.
Yeah.
We're all
So there's
about
nobody that
equal.
really stands out, but it's all of you together that do a good job? Who else starts besides you three?
Molly Lyons and Bev Klett.
Okay, who is Bev Kliz?
She's a sophomore.
She's only a sophomore too, so you have two sophomores who start. So do you think the team then will be pretty good in upcoming years?
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
I think
we're-
next year.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
They'll be really good.
because we're losing we're losing 2 starters, Danny and Molly, and that'll hurt us. But we still have 3 starters back, and we have a lot of people that on the bench that are really good too.
So you think there's a lot of potential for people that'll be moving up?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to get as good as Richwood someday?
Oh, I
to.
doubt it.
Do you
You have
ever,
Nora Lewis though.
do you ever play them?
No.
No.
We played
well,
our
we
freshman
will.
year.
We will in the regionals
Not since we're in the
eventually.
new. So you will this year when you're in the regional?
Yeah, when we play them at state.
And you play in state? Who do you think will win? I think Mr. Martin has great confidence in you girls. You guys, all of you, you're going to have to work on Nora, but if you can handle her, I think. If you can handle this chick at Metamora, you can handle her.
Yeah, the rest of the team scores like 8 points, and she scores 37 or something like that.
That's a pretty impressive record. But like you said, there's really nobody on our team. What is somebody? What do you score in the average game?
About 50.
What do you mean, our team score?
No, just individual scores.
I think I don't know, I think
About
maybe
8 something.
8 or
She's
9.
about 12, I'm about 10.
Okay.
Average.
It takes a while. The band's too busy making fun of my gestures. I can't. Yeah, I see everything, and yeah, a little this. I know. Yeah, the whole band's over here like this. All right. Okay, I'll now do the rest of the show, without my hands. So just, he'll never do it. Yeah. So what do you think the team's going to go on to do really well this year? I mean, after the regular season and the finals, that kind of thing.
I think we have a good chance to be pretty good. If we keep improving, then we're going to get pretty good by the end of the season if we keep doing good. Keep going.
Well, I was just going to say, Richwoods is in our regional, so we can't go that far.
We stopped right
Girls just
there.
aren't that talkative tonight. But well, it sounds like girls basketball's doing really well. Is it becoming a lot more popular? Are there more girls going out for basketball now than there
No,
used to
they
be?
need a lot more.
Tall people,
Well,
especially.
girls don't become interested, and they should. It's a good sport.
Well,
It's just not something
yeah.
girls think about. You mean?
Washington
Black.
is.
Well, how'd you first get interested, Danielle?
No, I played in 5th and 6th grade, and I liked it. And
Did they have
kinda-
girls? But it was just girls.
Yeah, intramurals. Wasn't really anything big.
So you got interested. You got interested in it then. What about you, Don?
I played biddy basketball with a rec association or whatever since 7th and 8th grade.
Check out for her.
Played in normal. Started at 5th grade. And played
Yeah,
teams,
normal.
you know.
Where you came from. You told us all about the last time you were. Well, that's great. So you guys got it all a head start in grade school, like the guys do. Are any of you going on in basketball in college? Have the colleges been coming to recruit you?
I want to too.
I want to.
So all, Danielle, you too. Where are you looking at going, Danielle?
Probably Western.
And you're going to play there?
I hope.
Well, that's
Gonna
super.
try.
Now, Don, you're only a junior, but have you begun to think about college yet? What are you looking at?
Well, I'd like to go to maybe ICC or ISU, but I don't know for sure. You know.
Yeah, you just kind of got a year and a half to decide. Now, Jennifer, you've got 2.5 years to decide, and you're still trying to make it through being a sophomore. Do you have any idea what college you'd be going to?
I don't have any idea what college I'm going to, but I'd like to go to ICU, or if there's scholarships, whoever wants to give me one. That's where I'm gonna go.
So in other words, the agents with the best deal and the best limo service, you're going to go to their college, right? The best recruiting. Well, I want to thank you all for being here, and I have one question for you, though, about the show. Did you miss Mike Hatfield not being here tonight?
Terrible.
No.
I just thought I'd ask. And we really want to thank you for coming right from practice, and you look super, even though you got back just from practice, and now you can go home and eat and watch TV, watch the Thornbirds, do whatever you do. And I want to thank you for watching tonight. We'll be back next week with a super rerun, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with a new show. And as a promise, the new graphics will be out in 2 weeks. So, like I say, get ready for that. Call your friends. So we'll see you next week. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.